So I'm here with Dr. Anthony Baidu. Most of you might have seen him trending for having a PhD in 2.5 years, which is not normal. Normally, PhD is supposed to be around 4 years. So, how did this happen?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. Let me acknowledge that I've been following you on social media for the period. Yes, it's a dream come true. To interview by you. So, first of all, I would like to appreciate God. I believe in God. The Bible said every good and perfect gifts come from above. And so God has been gracious to me, yes. But aside the God element also, there's the issue of work and determination. I've shared it before that for the first 6 months of my PhD, I was working on it every day from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. every day in France. Yes, working. And so after 6 months, really, there was no any paper in my area that I had not read. Yes, so I'll say that aside the element of God, determination, and then wanting this. You see, I'm already in academia. I'm a lecturer at the University of Energy and Natural Resources. Before, I was an assistant lecturer before I started the PhD. And so, PhD in academia, we say, is a terminal degree. It's something that you need really to foment your place as an academic. And so for me, I knew that this thing I needed, and so let me go all out for it, and that's what I did. And I want to also thank the France embassy in Ghana. I had a scholarship from them. They gave me a scholarship to do that. And so over the period, each year I was in France for 6 months, in and out, 6 months in and out like that. And so this is how it happened. Yeah.
So it was a case of you having the option to do something like a bumper learning activity.
Yes. So what happened is that there's the usual time that you are supposed to do. Yes. But I decided to, and in France, you see, it is about output. Sometimes in Ghana, we are very rigid. It's 4 years, and so even if you are done, nobody will process you for defense. You see, but in France, the timelines are there. You are supposed to have some training. I needed 160 hours of training. So you have to audit some trainings and all that. So long as you have all that it takes, you see, and so your PhD thesis would have to be audited. People would have to go through. It's a very rigid process. But if your PhD thesis is ready, you can forward it and they will look at it. But I am a lecturer there, so I know. They will tell you that it's 2 years, it's 3 years, it's 4 years in Ghana, and then sometimes when it's not even time, your professor may not even look at the work. But I had opportunity being in France. They knew that this was somebody that is working so hard, and so I aside doing the thesis, I was also publishing. Yes, before I defended my thesis on March 25th this year, I had already published 3, and this is international journals.
And your thesis was on what?
Yes, my thesis was on Ghana and China rosy trade.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was something you're already familiar with?
Absolutely. Yes, it's not that I was already familiar with, but it's a discourse that I understand in Ghana. Yes, you know what the Chinese are doing with regards to our natural resources. Yes, so my PhD is in political science, but with a focus on international forest policy. Yes, and using the Ghana-China rosy trade as a case study. Yes, so most of my study sites was around the northeast region, upper west, upper east savannah region. Yes, because most of the rosy trade were rife in those areas. Yes, so it's about the system working, doing what you have to do, and the system ready to absorb what you have done and to examine and to do what is needful. And I had opportunity to be in a system like that in France, that even though the time was not as it's not the normal or the usual time, they gave me opportunity to, because I had all the indicators to finish. They gave me opportunity to defend it, and it was awarded to me.
Fantastic. You highlighted flexibility and the fact that systems work. Yeah. What are some of the other highlights of learning in France that you can put out there for those who may want to also go?
Yes. One of the good things about studying in some of these European countries, even there are some papers, academic papers, articles. Mostly when you're in Ghana, you can't get access to it. They tell you to buy. In France, just because I have my institution email, I can access every paper. You see, and whatever, for instance, I remember I schooled in St. Thomas Aquinas, a cantonment, and I remember sometimes They say pungent smell. Even a smell, you have to imagine a smell. You know, you know, this smells like this. There are a lot of things that practically you don't see them. You just have to memorize everything. But in France and some of these developed countries, the things are there. Whatever you are looking for, the information is there. Every book you want is there. In fact, at the beginning of the year, sometime my professor will ask me the books I will need, and the department will buy them for me online. In euros, they will buy it because they know you need to do the work. Latest publications. If I can't even access it, I tell my professor, even if it came today, he will get it for me. So these are some of the opportunities that we need to bring down. Somebody, I defended my thesis, and the next week I was in Ghana. Someone said, why? What are you coming to do here? You see, I have this mindset that mostly when I'm in France, I'm like, what am I going to do differently in France? This place is developed. If I have anything, let me come to Ghana. Let me come and help my people. You know, sometimes people go and study, and this system, I need to also put on record. Even when I was about finishing, my team there told me that they want to make me an associate researcher in my research unit with a lot of other opportunities. You know, so if I was so crazy to want to be outside, I would not be here. But I feel that the nation needs me. Whatever I have learned, I need to bring it down for also my people to enjoy. Yeah. So the system is not as it is in France, but at least the little that we learn, we can bring it also to make things work in our own country.
Finally, when people hear about studying in a foreign country, especially when they don't speaking English, they are drawn back by the language barrier. How did you thrive, and what can you advise people?
Yes, I mean, until you travel outside, you never know the language barrier is real. I remember, you know, I went to France with zero French. Zero. I mean, because I went to a government school, I didn't study French and all that. But I went there, so there's also what we call language by immersion. I was immersed in the language. There are some things you just need to be able to say something. I remember I went to a place and then they say rendezvous. You know, do you have appointment? The rendezvous, I didn't even understand what a rendezvous is. You see, but it's about the determination. You know, there are several courses in France being taught in English. People may not know. There are several beautiful courses there that they are being taught in English. Yes, I wrote all my PhD, my thesis, everything in English. Yes, so if you think that somebody thinks that, oh, as for I was not so proficient in French, but now things are so flexible. You can be there, you'll be learning at a point in time. I'll learn, and I also took French as a foreign language. I mean, as one of the courses I edited, just to get some basic French and all that. So even though I didn't need it to be able to, because I didn't defend my thesis in French, I did that in English, yes. But the opportunity, at least now, they are basic French, I understand. Even when things are written in French, I can pick them up. So, and imagine, we in this West African enclave where we are, Burkina Faso, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, all of them are French-speaking countries. Today, I'm very comfortable to be around the French people because I know basic. So sometimes these things should be an opportunity. You are going to Sweden, take the opportunity there. You are going to Germany, take the opportunity, go there, challenge yourself, learn something. You never know. Now the little French I have, can go to places, and because I have little French, I have basic knowledge in French. You know, so it shouldn't be the usual USA, usual Canada, usual UK, because you want to be comfortable. Sometimes you have to challenge yourself to do something different, and that will make you better. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.